Hello and welcome to another set of readings of Lotus Love Tarot 555. Okay, you guys, I am here for your general readings for April. Wow, it's been a lot going on, hasn't it? But I'll always start out your readings off. First, I want to thank you so much for your loving support that you continue to give to the channel. Thank you for the comments that you leave. I make sure I read them all, and they really do touch my heart. For this reading that we're doing today, you can apply this to your sun, your moon, your rising, and for some, even your Venus sign. Be mindful that the messages will flip-flop, okay? So if it doesn't relate to you, it could very well relate to your partner. Hello to our cross-watchers out there. We are slating this reading for April, but sometimes these readings are timeless. So it could have happened 3 months ago, could happen today, could happen in the very near future, okay? Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Lotus Love Tarot 555. Please subscribe to our channel. Hit that like button, and right next to it is a little bell. Hit that bell, and every time I release a reading, you will be notified. Don't forget, we do have a Patreon where you'll get an opportunity to see all of our extended readings for a very, very low monthly price. And also every week we pull cards for the weekly energy, love energy, and twin flame messages. Okay, that's on a weekly basis. We also do private readings, and information pertaining to that can be found below. Okay, so now let's get right into your general reading. On to your reading. Hello, my Taurus. Okay, you guys, let's get right into your general reading for the month of April. Taurus season is coming up April 20th. Don't forget, I will be doing a very thorough Taurus reading for you too, okay? So you can get an idea of what to expect during your season. That'll be coming up probably around April 19th, right before we go into Taurus season. All right, Holy Spirit, Divine Creator, Universal messages need to go forth for the sign of Taurus as it relates to the general reading for April. What messages need to go forth? Okay, wow. That was fast. Okay. Holy Spirit, Divine Creator, Universal messages need to go forth for the sign of Taurus as it relates to the general reading for April 2020. Messages need to go forth for the sign of Taurus. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on. Forgiveness. Okay. So this could be someone, again, that you need to forgive, or someone you need to ask forgiveness from. But I'm feeling like with Taurus, and I am a Taurus, as you know. And one thing about us is that we don't start stuff. We don't start drama. You know, you have to think about what the bull represents. The bull never starts. The bull has to, you know, and I forgot what they call when they do the bull fights. The bull just stands there. The bull just stands there, and they attack the bull. And then when a bull gets angry enough, it starts defending himself or herself. And then when it's time, well, I don't know if a bull is a male or female, but anyway, whatever. The bull begins to defend himself. I'm just going to be safe and say himself. And then when it tries to go and attack and kill people, then they look at the bull like the bull has made a mistake or the bull has done something wrong. But that's exactly Taurus. Taurus will stand there and take to the point that the Taurus will bleed, literally. The heart will bleed. And then when it finally goes into the attack of defending themselves, then they look at the Taurus like the Taurus has done something wrong. No, okay? But Taurus, whoever has done this to you to the point that your heart bled, it's time for forgiveness. Just to forgive. Even if they don't accept the forgiveness, just as long as you forgive in your heart and able to move forward, okay? And I'm going to not accept your forgiveness, and I don't feel like you even need to apologize. I feel like the apology needs to be given to you. Or what I'm trying to say, even if the apology is not given, that's what I'm trying to say, still forgive. Still forgive. And you need to do this in the next few months. Okay? Or something's going to manifest itself that this may be able to come about within the next few months. A situation to be resolved, whereas you may come out on the winning side and you just need to just forgive them and move on. Okay? See, focus upon divine and perfect health. It's all about you. You need to focus in on keeping yourself healthy. And when you're talking about, I'm not just talking about your physical body, I'm talking about your mental energy as well. Your whole total being. And that's what you need to continuously need to focus on. What that card means, focus on divine and perfect health. That means not allowing anything or anyone to get to you. When you focus on you, when you make it about you, nothing else exists. No other problems, no other situations, no other people who really are not, really working for you and towards you in a situation. So let's just see where we're going with this for the month of April. Okay, Holy Spirit, Divine Creator, Universal messages need to go forth for the sign of Taurus. It relates to April's general reading. This Taurus need to focus on, or what do they need to know? This Taurus need to know. Wow. What messages need to go forth for the sign of Taurus? Some of these same cards that actually just came out for Aries. Okay, my Taurus, you have the Four of Cups, Three of Cups in reverse, King of Cups, Two of Swords, and your overarching energy is the Eight of Swords. Okay. You do have a couple angel numbers, angel codes that's coming through, which is 2, 3, and 4. Okay, you're starting with the 4 and you're ending with an 8 here. So that's also 444. So look up angel code number 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and also 444. That's coming through very clearly. Okay. All right, you could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You have a lot of cups here. So this tells me this is a lot of emotions. And you've been a lot in your head with this because you have Aquarius, Gemini, Libra here. So you have a lot of emotions about this situation. And you've been having to think this thing through a lot. I see this very clear. You're having to think through this situation a lot. Now, I will tell you, this could definitely be related to an Aries because Aries has some of these same cards, okay? And it looks like it's kind of like the same kind of situation that's going forward. But with the Four of Cups, sometimes I read this as just somebody really being stubborn or unfulfilled. Also could represent that you're just being disconnected, okay? Or you're disconnected from someone, could be disconnected from your family, or just really sitting contemplating, just really trying to think things through. And I really feel like it's all of the above. I feel like you're being stubborn, not wanting to move out in a certain situation with a certain person. You're unfulfilled, whereas you're not really happy right now. As much as you're trying to reach to happiness, you're not really happy because I feel like something around you is not going the way, of course, that you really wanted to go. So this has caused you to disconnect from people, okay? And you're really just contemplating right now, what route do you need to go? By this card coming out, forgiveness within the next few months, I feel like this situation's been going on for a very, very long time. And what you're going to have to do to really forgive this situation so it can move on is that you're going to have to, to be able to move past this within the next few months, you're going to have to start working on your forgiveness now with this situation. And you're going to be able to do that when you begin to focus on you. What does this look like? This means really focusing on you, growing your mind, your spirit, really, looking at reading books or looking at reading or looking at YouTube videos, what have you, that are really motivational, that's going to keep your mind and get your mind to a certain level. I'm feeling like that's really what needs to take place right now. With this Three of Cups, it being coupled with the Three of Cups in reverse, this is isolation. Again, this is gossip. So somebody you could have been in a gossip windmill, okay, where people are gossiping about you. The people that at one time have supported you now are gossiping about you, and this has put you in this state, this state of, again, I feel like sadness, disconnected, being ostracized from the group. Look at that. You got the group of people right here, and this person is by themselves. What does that look like? I'm being ostracized. I was put out of the group. Even though through this you have still had unconditional love. That's why I love Taurus so much. And I'm not just saying it because I'm a Taurus. Because I'm telling you, we can be beat down to the ground, but we will still have that love in our heart, unconditional love. This is somebody who's very mature, kind, loving. Even though they were ostracized from the group. What does this look like? This means you could have been blocked from people from social media. Maybe family that used to call you before, they aren't calling you now, but you still have so much love in your heart. And that's why you have to continue to focus on divine. See, the word is divine and perfect health. Divine means not of this world. Spiritual growth, working on spiritual health. What does that mean? Understanding what do herbs do? How do herbs strengthen you? This is what we're talking about. Nothing of a 3D nature. Everything is of a spiritual nature. And this is what you need to be studying now, because Taurus, we're extremely intuitive. Out of all the signs in this time period right now, Taurus are coming across as being extremely intuitive at this time. Extremely intuitive. And other people may look at you and say that you're crazy, or they might not want to hear or understand what you have to say. And that's because you're at a divine level. Your mind is at another level. Your intuition is at an entirely different level. You're the head, not the tail. So they're not going to understand what you're doing. To a source, this is really having to make a decision. This is having to compromise. And if this compromise, and I'm looking at it as far as being the forgiveness that needs to come forth, you need to compromise not with the person, with yourself. Okay? You need to make a decision, which is a very difficult choice, to forgive what they've done to you, because they've hurt so bad, they've turned people against you. They ostracized you from the group, from something that you didn't even do, I feel. I feel like only thing you did was try to show love. Only thing you did was try to show love. And so now you're having to make that very difficult decision. Very, very difficult decision of forgiveness, of compromising, right? Because once again, here's another bondage card. Okay? Isolation, self-imprisonment, entrapment. You had to put yourself here. Okay? It was reason because you felt like you didn't have anybody else. You didn't have any support. They were gossiping about you. They were really hurting you, but even though you still fought through that, and you had love in your heart. Oh my goodness, it makes me almost want to cry. Whew. See, 10 of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, you were carrying some very, very heavy burdens. Very heavy burdens with this 10 of Wands. And I'm just so happy it's a 10, but this is stress. This is too many burdens. This is being exhausted. I mean, you were stressed to the hill, but still had love. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Whew. But that cycle is ending. Praise the Lord. The cycle is ending for you. The lessons have been learned. And from this, you're going to a whole nother level spiritually. Not just about your mental, but your physical as well. You're going to learn how to heal mentally and spiritually and physically. All the above. It's divine and perfect health. You're going to receive the gift of understanding and being so intuitive that you're going to understand you're in the world, but you're not of the world. And all of this had to happen to complete the cycle, to take you to an entirely different level. See, I told you, magician, you're the manifester. This is what I'm talking about. I'm so happy to see this card. This is turning visions into reality. This is inspired action. This is action from above. When you get the magician, and it's in the right way too, this is willpower. This is mastery. This is knowing how to bring from above and bring down here where we are. This is what I've been telling you the whole time. Wow, the magician, that's that fire energy again. No, the Magician is, wait 1 second, you guys. Let me just double check. Oh, it's air. Okay, yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure it was air energy, the Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So the Magician is again in your mind, knowing what to do, thinking things through. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Knowing how to think it through. Why? And you have everything that you need. You have the cups, you have the pentacles, you have the sword, you have everything you need. All of it's right here on the table. That is absolutely beautiful. And they have the wand. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Everything you need is right there. And see, that's why the turning point is happening for you. Things are turning for your good. And this is spirit turning it for your good, for the good. This is spirit. This is the major arcana here. Spirit is turning everything in your favor. It is turning. You had to go through being ostracized. Let's go back here. You had to go through this. You had to go through being gossiped about. Okay, you had to go through all of that. Well, you still were able to show love because it brought you to this point right here, being a manifester with this cycle ending right here, with this world cycle ending. Yes, it was a lot of burdens. Yes, you carried a lot of burdens. Yes, you were isolated and by yourself, but it was for this time. Make sure with this devil energy showing up that you don't slip back to anything that doesn't serve your highest good. This is Capricorn energy, okay? Making sure that you don't slip back into anything that does not serve your highest good. That's so important. That's so important that we make sure that we stay focused and, you know, and really being able to understand what is good for us and what's not. Really begin to understand who's for us and who's not. Okay? Again, that's Capricorn energy. I forgot with the wheel. That's fire. Okay? Aries, Sagittarius, Leo again. That's fire. Yeah, you're recovering. And we can actually stop here. Whatever broke your heart is in reverse. Three of Swords is in reverse. And you see how it's being illuminated? The swords are being illuminated now. They're reversed, but they're being illuminated. It's because you're coming out. You're coming out of the fire. Yes. You're coming out of the fire. All right, my Taurus, if you want to do a private reading, information pertaining to that can be found below. Until next time, my loves. Bye-bye.